This week, we're going to start out highlighting the importance of protecting the gross revenue available from this 2022 soybean crop. We're also going to talk about the updated crop ratings and crop progress from the USDA as well as the weather trends, and wrap things up with some ongoing concerns about soybean export demand. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've officially started fall now, and of course that means increased harvest pace. What we're going to do to start out this week is highlighting the gross revenue available for the soybean crop, looking at a combination of cash price for beans and yields. Let's take a look at our matrix. What we did here across the vertical axis was give a range of cash soybean prices from $14.50 a bushel to $12.25 a bushel. Across the horizontal axis, we're looking at the actual 2022 soybean yield. What we want to do now is highlight an example combining a 65 bushel average yield and a $13.75 cash soybean price. The gross revenue in that example is almost $900 an acre. Here's the key message. That gross revenue is available today. However, we don't know if it'll be available 2 days from now or much less 2 weeks from now. So here's the critical message. We strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to establish a price floor for this gross revenue for 2022, and yet look at strategies that also give you flexibility on the upside. Again, work closely with your trusted risk management advisor. And the key message when all is said and done is to defend your balance sheet, because your balance sheet is critically important. Some attractive prices are available today. Let's now switch gears and look at Friday's USDA grain stocks report. That'll give us an estimate of the carryout of beans from last year, and often the USDA also revises the 2021 soybean crop. At 243 million bushels, the average analyst estimate is slightly above where it was earlier this month at 240, a fairly wide range at 215 to 275. There is the possibility of some volatility associated with this report. And we'll also take a look at what the USDA does with their revised 2021 soybean crop. Let's now move on and look at soybean crop conditions. They don't take on quite as much importance here at the end of the crop year, but still something worth monitoring. Unchanged from last week at 55%, good to excellent. Some deterioration across Iowa, Illinois, but some improvement in Nebraska and Kansas as well as the eastern Corn Belt. As we look at our soybean crop condition index, it's at a season low now. Again, as harvest commences here, we're looking at the test this year will be to see the correlation between soybean crop condition ratings and yields, perhaps a test of genetics and fungicide application. Now we're looking at crop progress here. Soybeans dropping leaves at 63%. That's well below last year. So we are going to see a slower harvest in general compared to last year, but it's pretty close to the average. On average, soybeans dropping leaves increase about 23% over the next 2 weeks. Of course, the progress of harvest is directly related to weather trends. Let's take a look at the short-term weather forecast. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're starting out here looking at the next 7 days. Obviously in the southeast, some major concerns about Hurricane Ian. Hopefully that isn't too bad down there, but across the Midwest, we are looking at some very dry conditions. Extending that over a 2-week period, all that red area is very dry, so it does look like the weather is going to be wide open for harvest moving into that first week of October. Let's wrap things up this week looking at some ongoing concerns about export demand. We looked at this slide last week, but it bears repeating that the U.S. soybean export program, particularly relative to 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, is off to an exceptionally slow start. Now here's the key message. Will the unexpected competition from Argentina's adjustment in their currency limit September, October, November soybean shipments? Now we've seen China, for example, look into purchasing more soybeans from Argentina, and that'll be something to monitor as far as the pace of U.S. soybean exports to China the next several weeks. Remember, price of soybeans is determined by supply and demand. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us, 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. And remember, on Friday of this week, September 30th, we'll be live on YouTube at approximately 11:20 Central Time with a review of the grain stocks report. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.